Gary Ridgway, Top 10 Green River Killer. Welcome, true crime aficionados. Today, we delve into the chilling saga of one of the most notorious serial killers in American history, Gary Ridgway, better known as the Green River Killer. What if I told you that this seemingly ordinary man was responsible for the deaths of over 49 women, evading capture for decades? Join us as we explore the top 10 most disturbing facts about Gary Ridgway. Prepare yourself for a deep dive into the mind of a killer and the investigation that finally brought him to justice. Buckle up as we navigate through a labyrinth of horror, deception, and ultimately, chilling truths. Number 10. A troubling childhood. Gary Ridgway was born on February 18, 1949, in Salt Lake City, Utah. What sinister influences shaped the mind of a man destined to become one of America's most infamous killers? Ridgway's childhood was marked by an unstable family environment. His father was a domineering figure who often ridiculed him. Growing up with an overpowering mother and a distant father left Ridgway feeling powerless and resentful. This toxic combination of familial pressure and neglect may have contributed to his later violent tendencies. As we peel back the layers of his upbringing, we begin to understand the dark seeds planted in Ridgway's psyche, seeds that would grow into a harvest of horror. Number 9. The killings begin. Ridgway committed his first murder in 1982, targeting young women who were often involved in prostitution. Imagine the terror gripping Washington state as this predator began his reign of terror. His modus operandi involved luring victims with the promise of work or money before brutally killing them. Ridgway would then dispose of their bodies in the Green River, leading to his chilling nickname. His choice of victims, vulnerable women, reveals a calculated predation that preyed on those often overlooked by society. The sheer number of victims would grow over the years, creating a legacy of fear that echoed through the region. How many lives were forever altered by Ridgway's heinous acts? What do you think? Number 8. The Green River Murders. Between 1982 and 1998, Ridgway murdered at least 49 women, although he claimed the number could be as high as 71. What drove Ridgway to continue this gruesome spree, even as law enforcement closed in? The sheer scale of the murders shocked the community, leading to widespread media coverage and public outcry. As investigators uncovered bodies along the Green River, the case drew national attention, with the FBI eventually joining the investigation. Each discovery sent ripples of fear through the community, as families mourned their lost loved ones while desperately searching for answers. With so many lives claimed, the question lingers, how did he evade justice for so long? Number 7. The investigation struggles. The investigation into the Green River murders faced significant challenges from the outset. What obstacles did law enforcement encounter that allowed Ridgway to slip through their fingers for years? With so many missing persons reports and a lack of physical evidence, detectives struggled to connect the dots. The case was hampered by the transient nature of many of Ridgway's victims, making it difficult to establish patterns or gather reliable information. Despite these hurdles, the determination of the detectives involved led to groundbreaking advancements in forensic science. The investigative team faced pressure from the public and the media, intensifying their quest for answers. But with Ridgway operating in the shadows, the investigation often felt like a race against time. Number 6. Arrest and confession. In 2001, Ridgway was arrested and ultimately confessed to the murders, detailing his horrific crimes in chilling detail. What drove him to confess after so many years of evasion? Ridgway's confession was both shocking and chilling. He described how he would pick up women, take them to secluded areas, and then strangle them to death. He often returned to the crime scenes to engage in sexual acts with the corpses, showcasing his utter depravity. Ridgway's cold demeanor during his confession left investigators and the public horrified. As details emerged, it became clear that he reveled in the control he exerted over his victims. His willingness to share his story was as perplexing as it was disturbing. Could this confession have been a misguided attempt at seeking notoriety, or perhaps a twisted way to relive his horrors? Number 5. The gruesome methods. The methods employed by Lake and Ung were both horrifying and methodical. How could anyone inflict such unimaginable pain? The duo engaged in brutal torture, using various means to assert their dominance over their victims. They would often film their heinous acts, relishing in the control they exerted over their helpless prey. This sadistic behavior revealed the depths of their depravity, showcasing how far they were willing to go for their twisted gratification. Each act of violence escalated their thrill, drawing them further into a dark abyss from which there seemed to be no return, leaving behind a trail of broken lives and shattered families. Their horrific methods not only illustrated their cruelty, but also left scars on the communities they terrorized, reshaping the fabric of society and evoking a fear that lingers in the hearts of many. Number 4. The captured tapes. Perhaps one of the most chilling aspects of Lake's crimes was the existence of videotapes documenting his horrific acts. What secrets did these tapes hold? Lake filmed many of his encounters with victims, creating a disturbing archive of his sadistic behavior. These recordings would later be discovered by law enforcement, serving as damning evidence of his depravity. The existence of such tapes added a haunting dimension to his already gruesome narrative, providing insight into a mind consumed by darkness. Each tape revealed not only the horrors inflicted upon his victims, but also the chilling detachment Lake exhibited as he documented his crimes. The existence of such footage added layers of complexity to the investigation, forcing society to confront the unsettling reality of human cruelty while igniting a public discourse about the nature of evil. Number 3. The capture of Lake and Ung. The downfall of Leonard Lake began when he was apprehended in 1985. How did a predator finally fall into the hands of justice? After a routine traffic stop, police discovered weapons and evidence linking him to the missing persons. His arrest sent shockwaves through the community, revealing the horrors that had transpired in the shadows. However, the true extent of his crimes would only come to light during the investigation that followed. The revelation of Lake's heinous acts caused widespread panic, forcing people to grapple with the reality that evil could reside among them, hidden in plain sight. The eventual capture of Lake was a moment of relief for many, but the lingering questions surrounding his actions left a haunting reminder of the depths of human depravity, compelling the community to seek closure and justice in the aftermath. Number 2. The legacy of fear. Even after his death in 2001, the legacy of Leonard Lake continues to loom large. What impact did his actions have on society? The chilling story of the Boneyard Monster serves as a stark reminder of the potential for evil that resides within individuals, often hidden behind a facade of normalcy. His actions forced society to confront uncomfortable truths about trust, safety, and the lengths to which individuals will go to fulfill their darkest desires. The trauma left in the wake of his actions permeated the community, creating an environment where suspicion and fear took root. The horror of Lake's legacy has left an indelible mark on the communities affected, instilling fear and wariness that persists to this day, reminding us that the unthinkable can happen when we least expect it, and that vigilance is essential for survival. Number 1. The unsolved mysteries. To this day, many of the mysteries surrounding Leonard Lake remain unsolved. How many victims were there, and what happened to them? The exact number of individuals he and Ung may have harmed is still unknown, leaving families haunted by the unresolved disappearances of their loved ones. This uncertainty adds an eerie layer to an already chilling tale, reminding us that the shadows of Lake's actions still linger in the hearts of those affected. Each unanswered question continues to gnaw at the fabric of their lives, leaving them in a perpetual state of grief and longing for closure. Each unanswered question serves as a reminder that justice is often elusive, and the scars of such heinous acts can last for generations, compelling us to reflect on the fragility of life and the profound impact of evil. Thank you for joining us as we explored the chilling tale of Leonard Thomas Lake, the Boneyard Monster. If you found this story captivating, please hit that like button and subscribe for more chilling true crime content. Your support helps us a lot.